It's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. Let go. It's a lifestyle. Let go. Yeah, yeah. Ay, ay, ay. Ooh, 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 ooh. It's a lifestyle. Ooh, 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 ooh. Tava lifestyle. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a lifestyle. Ooh, 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 ooh. Tava lifestyle. We gon' let it spray forever, not just right now. We gon' let it spray forever. It's a lifestyle. Ooh, 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 ooh. It's a lifestyle. Ooh, 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 ooh. Tava lifestyle. Got me feeling like I will live forever. No, they dying, but it still ain't no pressure. It's an art, like a ship, it's a vessel. We rising to another level. Move, we move with purpose, life is great now. Yeah, maybe I deserve it, feel like Tank now. Put some millions in my bank now. Changing lives up every day now. Ooh, 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 it's a lifestyle. Ooh, 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 Tava lifestyle. Yeah, 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 it's a lifestyle. Ooh, 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 Tava lifestyle. We gon' let it spray forever, not just right now. We gon' let it spray forever, it's a lifestyle. Ooh, 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 it's a lifestyle. Ooh, 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 Tava lifestyle.
I take a trip to the islands of the lifestyle. I spend the cash and get it back, I mean it right now. Ooh, this stuff that come with Tava lifestyle. Ooh, I fell in love with Tava lifestyle. We gon' get it, lose the weight, and then we bless up. And they been hating on us just cause we was next up. Ooh, that's my lifestyle. Oh, I'm young and living wealthy, Tava lifestyle.
Ooh, 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 it's a lifestyle. Ooh, 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 Tava lifestyle. Yeah, 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 it's a lifestyle. Ooh, 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 Tava lifestyle. We gon' let it spray forever, not just right now. We gon' let it spray forever, it's a lifestyle. Ooh, 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 it's a lifestyle. Ooh, 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 Tava lifestyle.
Good morning, good morning, Taba Nation. Listen, this is Kevin Harris out of Atlanta, Georgia, by way of Houston, Texas. I said it. That's right. That's our corporate office, Houston, Texas. Look, good morning to each and every one of you all. Look, I hope you all had an amazing Good Friday on yesterday where you took time to reflect with your family, to understand the reason why we are all here because of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And then tomorrow is Easter. So I hope you all are taking the time to spend with your family. So I know I am. So, but listen, we are going to have an incredible training here today. So I cannot wait until you all hear this young man who's coming up. But look, let's see who is on here first today. So we have several guests. Erica Hildred, you were the first to be on here today. How do you all like my hat? Has everybody purchased this hat? There's probably a few left. Look at that. Yeah, that is a nice hat. So make sure you get your hats. I know they had a lot in Houston. They sold out in Houston, but some more just came in stock. So make sure that you go get your hat today on Tava Swag. Dolores, how are you? Francis, how are you? Daphne, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Kelly Jones, Jasmine Board. What's going on, Jasmine? Good morning. Misha Green, good morning. Cassandra Jones, good morning. I see you. Christy Butts, good morning. I see you on here. Gina, Latasha, look, where my guys at? Where the fellas at this morning? Where y'all at this morning? All the ladies are on here. Sean Bell, okay, there you go, Sean. I see you, man. Good morning. Good morning. I see you. Look, let's get some more guys on here. Then we'll go ahead and get it kicked off. Stella Harris, Marcella Miner, good morning. Tammy Clark, what's up, Tammy? Booed up, Tammy Clark. Tammy, no, I got to mess with her. All right. Tammy Durden, what's going on? Good morning. Joyce Lee, I will see you in Tallahassee on next Sunday. Next Sunday, let's pack it out. Joyce Lee, I just texted you, so let's get it done. I see you on here. Jenny, what is going on? Good morning. Kira Geddes, I see you. Dolores McIntosh, good morning. Good morning. Angie, I see you. I see you. David Adams, okay, that is our second guy that just came on this morning. Let's get some more guys on here this morning, okay? So happy Saturday. Rebecca, good morning. Good morning. But listen, make sure that you're tagging your teams. Last week we had a training on how to close the month, and man, did you all close the month? Did you all close the month strong? You all closed very strong. What's up, Lachelle Pierre? I hope you feeling good, girl. I was trying to get a hold of you yesterday. I thought I was gonna have to fly to Houston and check on you. So, but I'm glad to hear that you are doing good. Yeah, she good. Don't start inboxing. She fine. She just needs some time off. Okay. So, but no. So, hey, Lachelle Pierre, thanks for all that you do. But listen, so like I say, we closed out the month very, very strong last month. And man, you all pop ranks left and right. Left and right. It was so many ranks that were broken. And it's so much excitement here at Tava. It's because of you all. You all have been creating that excitement, and people are watching. Not only are they watching, they have started to join, and they are on this arc 2 by 2 by 2. But listen, we had 3 major ranks to break, 3 major ranks. But before we even talk about those ranks, I want to talk about, the tour that's going to continue next week. It will be Memphis. Somebody say Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis, Tennessee is going down. Rocky's going to be there. Tammy Clark, Tony Fleming. Man, it's going to be on fire. Tammy, Lisa, Rocky's going to be in the house. Rocky say, look, she's going to have 42 people there. 42. She just challenged y'all. She said she's going to have 42. So let's see who's going to beat that. She's going to have 42 people down there in Memphis. Then also that Sunday, the next day, remember, Memphis was on Saturday. I will be in Tallahassee, Florida, with Joyce Clark, Executive Director 2. Joyce Clark, if you have anybody in the Tallahassee, Florida area, you want to get them out to this event. So, but we're going to keep it going. I hear that something's taking place in Dallas. We're trying to get it locked down. That is probably going to be Friday and Saturday. Then we're going to turn around and do it again on April 23rd and 24th. Why y'all think we're going into Dallas so much? Because we're going to be at LaCour Laboratories. We're going to be at LaCour Laboratories on May 22nd. There's some people in Dallas that have raised their hand, and they say they're going to be Exec 2. They're going to be Diamond, because they said it is no way that they are going to allow us to come to Dallas and they don't have any supervisors and directors and execs and Exec 2s and Diamonds in that market. So we say we're going in twice this month. So if you know anybody in the Dallas market, you want to make sure that you get them ready, because we will be coming down on that market very soon. But listen, like I said, we had so many ranks to break, but 3 major ranks, that broke, the last day of the month. Everybody was pushing and pushing hard. And, we kind of saw it 2 weeks prior to it happening. And we said that these people were going to hit these ranks because they were working extremely hard with their teams. And they didn't focus on themselves. They focused on their teams. And that's really what it's about. So I'm really excited to announce these ranks. You all have seen it. Yeah, we're going to celebrate all month because it's a major milestone. And that's none other than our very, 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 very first triple diamond, none other than Miss TK Walker out of Houston, Texas. Again, congratulations to you on achieving the rank of triple diamond. I don't know if you all know this. That is a big deal, big deal. So make sure you all are sharing these stories. Make sure they continue to pop on your timeline, because that is a major deal. Our very, very first triple diamond. And we got to get back to Houston, Texas to celebrate her. So stay tuned for that. She's got that Porsche. She's whipping around in that Porsche in the city. And so very proud of you, TK Walker. And our next, rank is double diamond. Double diamond. That is Paul and Nina Moore out of what they say, Ardmore, Pennsylvania, Philly. I don't know if that's West Philadelphia. I don't know. They trying to teach me, but congratulations to Paul and Nina Moore on achieving the rank of double diamond. And so very proud of those two. What an amazing job. Several ranks that popped through that organization, and their servant leaders. So very excited to get up there and celebrate with them on April 17th. So make sure you get your tickets for that event. Little Birdie told me they're going to have over 400 people there. I think they're going to pull it off. Okay. So congratulations to the Moores. Super excited for them and their entire team. But listen, this gentleman here that I, bringing up today, I wanted to get on here. I wanted to introduce him because this gentleman, came over. He enrolled in December of last year. And, we had a conversation. That conversation, I'll keep it private. I'll keep it private. But, I saw something in this young man I know the Moore saw something in him. Mr. Lloyd saw something in him. So we began to pour into this gentleman and just speak life. See, how many of you all know you got to speak life into people and not speak negativity? Okay. And so we began to speak life into this gentleman and, positive thoughts and affirmations. But he started doing the work. He started to believe, and that belief turned into him achieving the rank of diamond. And you all have not seen the last of this gentleman, and that is none other than Joseph Newman out of Philadelphia, PA. I'm so proud of this young man at 25 years old, and he's not stopping. He is not stopping. He told me today, I asked him, I said, hey, what are you doing today? And are you relaxing today? He said, no, they're getting ready to, I won't say the person's name, but they're getting ready to launch somebody today on a Saturday before Easter, because that young lady is going for executive director 2 this month of April. So, man, I'm so proud of this gentleman. That's none other than Joseph Newman. Joseph, how you doing today, man?
I'm incredible, Mr. Harris. How are you?
I'm good, man. Remember, I keep telling you that custom suit gonna hang real good on you, man. It's gonna hang real good on you, okay? So, but look, man. So, I know it hadn't sunk in yet, but it's gonna sink in when you see that check. Okay, it's gonna sink in when you see that check, and that's when you're gonna start to celebrate, and that's when you're gonna keep going, and you're gonna keep bringing people aboard the ark, man. But like I said, I can't say enough about you, man. I felt like it was fitting to bring you on today because I knew you were gonna hit diamond last weekend when Rocky and Lachelle, they actually, who's gonna do the training, and I said it's gonna be Joseph on how to start the month off properly, the activities and things that you should be doing. And, you've had a chance to celebrate here, I think not even for 24 hours, man, because you're still enrolling, you're still on it. And you moved up to, you call me every week like, man, how do I get in that top four income earners? Well, you're there now, man. You are there. You started at 9, 10, and you were calling like, you're trying to get it out of me what people were making, but I wouldn't tell you. But I got a little bit more. But now you're in that top 4. So now my expectation for you is to be calling me every week talking about how can you get in the top 3. Okay. So, but look, man, so I'm going to take notes. Make sure y'all are taking notes. Pull over, take notes, because Joseph is really going to lay it out for you on what you should be doing to get your month started. So, man, I'm going to turn it over to you, man. Very excited for your brother, man. Love you, man. And I'll see you on April 17th, man.
Thank you, Mr. Harris. What up, yo? What's going on, Tava Nation? I got to give it back to Mr. Harris. I appreciate you and all that you've done for myself, my team. I'm super excited for, the vision that the Lloyds have laid out, the direction that we're going in. Y'all, this is about to be the ride of our lives. I also have to give it up to my personal sponsor and mentor, Mrs. Nina Rochelle Moore. Her and Paul just went double diamond in 112 days. I love them. I actually took over her office this morning. So, if this background looks a little familiar to you, it's because I took over her office. Her house is dedicated to network marketing. And so this is my space now. All right. But y'all, listen, I'm super excited. Also give it up to the first ever triple diamond. Congratulations to you. That was super dope that you were able to knock that out. I'm so proud of you. So you guys, let's open the month. If you start your month with urgency, you won't end an emergency, right? So let's open the month up the right way. This is something that was taught to me, through the years. And this is just what we do. We typically have an opening the month call or webinar or training with our teams. So we decided we were going to do it with you guys. All right. So let's punch this thing out. So first couple things that you kind of got to get straight to it with, right? Have you run your auto ship, smart ship, right? Now, I like to run ours, and it's a team culture that we have to run it at 120 BV. It's to fast track your business. Now here, I understand that, some of you guys may be saying, whoa, 120 BV, that's 3 products. Well, we kind of teach our teams how to pre-sell their smart ships so that it's not really coming out of their pocket. If you've got people retailing their smart ship, you've got a fireproof business. Where are they going? There's no money coming out of their pocket, right? But the reason why we go 120 BV is because how many of you guys know that all the way up to the top, all the way up to Crown Diamond, you need 120 BV? Well, doesn't it just make sense for you to be ready? So you don't have to go at the last minute and add 40 BV? No, just have the one, set it and forget it at that 120 BV, run that thing. If you haven't run it already, then you are already behind. It's the 3rd of the month. Leaders run their smart ships on the 1st, right? Now let's make sure that you are binary qualified. What does binary qualified mean? It means that you've personally sponsored someone to your left side and personally sponsored someone to your right side. Okay? You have to make sure that they have run their smart ships. Don't just rely on the corporate side to make sure that you're binary qualified. No, go check. Who did you put on your left side? Who did you put on your right side? Go make sure that their smart ships have run. This is your business. You got to take 100% responsibility for it, right? Now, there's some key things that I really need you guys to have, and that is the Taba Connect app. You can run your entire business off of the Tava Connect app. You guys see it in the presentations. You hear it in this HQ page all the time. You can share, you can prospect, you can follow up, you can sample out. You kind of hear that from the presentation, right? You need this app. This is what's going to help you run your business when there's not a webinar, when there's not a Facebook Live. These are the things that are going to get you through your day-to-day, right? And let's also make sure that you have signed up for Tava University. That's your school, right? That's where your memory jogger is going to be at. That's where those videos are going to be at to help you kind of learn some things that you don't really know. That's where you're going to create your banners at. So all these fancy schmancy banners that you kind of see going out and how they all look uniform and all look the same, they're done in Tava University. Okay? We can hit the next slide, Rock. Now, there's 5 different steps to kind of opening your month, okay? The first one is celebrate the victories. This right here is probably one of the most important because some of you see these bigger ranks and diamonds and doubles and triples is that's absolutely phenomenal. But it happened from the smaller wins. It happened because we got binary qualified. It happened because we went supervisor. It happened because we went through the ranks, right? So you got to celebrate the small wins because it adds up to the diamonds, right? So I just want to personally congratulate every person who wrote a list. Let me start there. Every person that wrote a list, I want to congratulate you. I want to congratulate every person that got binary qualified, that went supervisor, that went director, that went director 2. Come on, executives, with that daily pay, just qualify for your daily pay. Congratulations to the exec 2s. You just hit the first 6-figure position in our comp plan. Congratulations. And then we all know the diamond, the double diamond, and the triple. I'm the diamond. But congratulations to everyone that hit rank. And I also want to applaud it and congratulate people if you just earned a check. You may not have hit a rank. You may have requalified. Hold up. That's big. Congratulations to everybody who requalified. That right there is super important. Congratulations to you. That's big as well. But if you just sold some retail, you covered your smart ship, you ran your smart ship, we shout you out. We applaud you. That's celebrating the victories. You celebrate those so that you can get to some of those smaller ones so that you can get to the big stuff. But you got to, come on together. Go ahead. Next slide. The second thing we do is we got to console our temporary defeats. This is what we do probably like the day after closeout. We start reflecting, but in this reflection, y'all, I don't need you to, get mad. I don't want you to pout. I don't want you to drop your head, hang low, and start feeling sorry for yourself. We ask ourselves some very real questions. Did I do everything in my power to get to the next level. And if you're consoling your temporary defeats, you need to write it down just like that. Did I do everything in my power to get to the next level? Did I follow the outline my mentor or sponsor laid out? Have you even called your sponsor with your goal or plan? Now, I do want to say this because we understand that some of you may not have a sponsor. I get that. I understand that. But I've watched somebody run to the top of 4 different companies, not waiting on their sponsor. Okay, you 100% are responsible for the outcomes of your business. So if you don't have a sponsor or you guys are not connected, plug into somebody who's doing what you like. Plug into somebody who is doing the work that you would like to be doing. You know, Tava HQ page, plug in. There are opportunity webinars every week. Plug into those. Use your app, YouTube University, or Tava University. Just plug into those things because it's still outlined for you to be able to run your business effectively. Now, the third thing that we do, right, in this process, go ahead, you can go to the next slide, Rock. The third thing that we do is we set goals. All right. This is insanely important. Okay. Insanely important. If you aim at a target of nothing, you will accomplish that every single time. So I need you to write down on your paper, what is your rank goal for the month? Now, with this right here, y'all, and this is kind of where I'll slow it down a little bit for you, because I don't need you to write down what you think your sponsor wants to hear you say. I don't need you to write down if you're, a director or a director 2 and put diamond at the top of that paper. I'm not saying that you're not going to go diamond. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is you have to set incremental, realistic goals for yourself so that you're able to hit on the way. Because if you keep just putting diamond at the top of that paper now, and I want you to write diamond at the top of the paper, but I want you to make your goal for this month, if you're director, to go director 2 and hit director in half the amount of time that it took you to hit it for the first time. Okay. Then if your goal is executive, or you hit executive, you want to go executive 2, you need to be done executive by the 15th. You need to be back at executive by the 15th so that you have the last 2 weeks of the month to run to exec 2. So let's set realistic goals for ourselves. Because if you just put diamond up there and you're a director 2, I mean, come on. You don't understand how many temporary defeats that you're going to have to console after that. Not saying it's impossible, but I'm just saying, let's be realistic. And your sponsor and your mentor is going to have to help you manage those expectations, right? Now, you have to get very specific with your goal setting, right? Write the vision. You have to make it plain. Get very specific with your goal setting. How many new business partners will you enroll each week? Write it down. Write it down. What's your retail goal for each week? Write it down. Now that retail goal is very important. See, because that's the cushion, right, that you need every week. That is the different things that you're able to kind of drop some orders here and drop some orders there, fill in the gaps. That's the cushion, your retail. We teach our team, you put your retail back in. Your commission check that's you. That's your money. You put your retail back in, it creates cushion, short-term sacrifices for long-term gains, right? Make sure the person on your power leg is binary qualified and running for rank. Now, I know that I just cussed. I know. We put that person over on that power leg. I know because I was that person. I did it. So I'm not going to act like I didn't. I'm going to tell y'all the truth. We're going to be family today. We are family from this moment forward. We put that person over on that power leg and said, I don't care what they do. Well, once you start going for exec 2, diamond, that person on that power leg means a whole lot. When you start needing that extra volume, you would prefer to put it to somebody that you're going to get a check match off of. When you need 5,000 more, 10,000 more, you would prefer to put it to somebody that you get a check match off of. But you also have to feed the power leg. Because if you're not feeding the power leg, guess what happens? The power leg will die. And if your power leg will die, guess what happens? Your legs flip. That scenario's not fun. It's not fun. Here's why. Because now you've got all these people stacked on one side, which is your pay leg. And now you got to work on the power leg. There's all these people that you didn't enroll. So now you're just dropping people everywhere in different places or all the way at the bottom out under all of these people who you didn't personally enroll. That's not fun. So drive the power leg or your people that you drop over there. We teach 2 and 3. 2 onto the power, 3 to the pay. You drive those people like they're on your pay because it's going to pay you later. And I mean, of course, y'all, it makes more sense to get paid off of 2 legs anyway. Check matches are unlimited. Why not? Right? Now, write down the date that you would like to requalify your rank by, especially if you're running for the next rank. We talked that out already, okay? We talked that part out. You want to be back by the middle of the month. If you're back by the middle of the month, you can run for it. If you're back by like the 20th, you can run for it, okay? You make sure that you write these things down because it gives you something to hold yourself accountable by, and it gives your mentor a kind of like a chart. You're able to kind of see where you're going. You can measure the distance, right? All right, so the fourth way that we're going to go ahead and start the month out is we're going to identify who you're running with. We got to identify who you're running with because, ladies and gentlemen, you can't say to me, hey, I'm going exec 2 this month. And then I ask you, awesome, that's 25,000 on one side and 25,000 on the other side. Where's that volume coming from? Who's going executive at the least? Because that's 10,000, which gives you 20. Who's going executive? And you say to me, well, I don't know. It's almost not likely that that's going to happen because you got to create something going on with you. Would you prefer to do it all yourself or to have some folks running with you and doing it with you? So if you're going like director, you got to figure out who's the supervisor. If you're going like director 2, you got to figure out who are the 2 directors. If you're going executive, who's the director 2? If you're going exec 2, who's the executive? If you're going 100%, if you're going diamond, you've got to have an exec 2. And so on and so off, okay? But you got to also chart out how many supervisors and directors is going to take you to get to what your rank goal is. Do y'all know that the entire key to this business is supervisors and directors? Those are the 2 most important ranks possible. Here's why. You tell somebody, diamond is 50,000 and 50,000. Well, you come in running, you say, oh, I got to go to 50,000. They're less likely to believe that. But you say, hey, go supervisor. That's 500 and 500. Oh, I can do that. I hear it all the time. Oh, I can do that. Oh, that's done. And then we get people to do it in a day. We get people to do it in 2 days. And now we're saying, okay, go get another supervisor. Do you guys know that diamond is just 50 supervisors? Did you know that? There's just 50 of them. You just need 50 people on one side and 50 people on the other side to go supervisor. And you literally have a diamond. Isn't that insane? So break it down into smaller things like that. Okay. Team incentives. See, this is where it gets fun. We throw out all kinds of team incentives. Like we literally just got one of our teammates a first class ticket to the director's event in Dallas for rewarding the great behaviors. Team incentives, they drive volume. It drives volume. It pushes people. They get excited when you start giving away different things. We give away t-shirts, mugs. Sometimes we give away money. It just depends on how we're feeling at that moment. Awards, trips, dinners, lunches, like coaching sessions. We give away all kinds of things. Team incentives drive the volume. You want to see how why everybody was running their smart chips? We ran an incentive. And our team was like, oh no, first class ticket to Dallas, I'm in. Okay. The team incentives is where it's at. And the fifth way that we open the month, ladies and gentlemen, is we force the calendar. We set up three-way calls. Y'all, three-way calls is it. Three-way calls are it. Here's a reality. If you could close them, then you would be closing them. Get someone else on the phone. Now, three-way calls don't mean that you got to call Miss TK Walker to do your three-way call. Three-way calls don't mean you got to call Miss Nina Rochelle Moore. Three-way calls don't mean you got to call Mr. Tony Fleming. Three-way calls don't mean you got to call Mr. Clavon Browning. Three-way calls mean you've got to get someone on the phone who that person identifies with. If they're a nurse, find someone on your team that's a nurse. If they're a teacher, find someone on your team that's a teacher. You kind of getting it? If it's a husband, find another husband on the team. Because, y'all, the fellas is coming through. All right? If you just got to find someone that they identify with. If they're young, 25, under that, you want to be calling somebody who's young. All right, we got 2 young diamonds, so you want to be calling some of the younger folks. You just have to find someone that they identify with. You got to know your prospects. You have to be asking them questions. You kind of got to find out what kind of person they are. What do they like? You can't, tell a shark, and this is kind of like a different training, but you can't get a shark on the phone with somebody who likes a whole lot of information, which is an urchin. That shark just wants to hear about the money. Tell me the money. The urchin is like, oh, and there's selenium in the Valet 30, and there's this, and the shark is like, okay, and where's the money at? Talk to me in money, dollars and cents. Okay, you got to just find out about your prospect. But the way that you know who to pair them with, ladies and gentlemen, is you've got to be getting on the calls. You've got to be getting on the webinars, because that is where you hear the different stories. That is where you find out, like Mr. Sean Tyrone Bell, we call him STB, how the Caprice CBD coffee is helping his mother and father. And that is when you'll be able to relate to someone else who may be going through that with their parents. Okay, that's where you find that at. 85% of success is showing up. It's showing up, y'all. You can't duplicate talent, but we can teach you skills. 85% of success is just showing up. All right. So make sure that you're doing home parties and tea parties. All right. Now I get it. Blah, blah, blah. COVID. I get it. But some people will use that and say, listen, you can come over and I'll invite like a few family members. And then there you go. You got yourself a nice little home party. You got yourself a nice little tea party, right? You got to launch your business. Listen, professionals launch, amateurs join. Launch your business and launch your new business partners. Think about it. When a new store pops up in your area, there's a grand opening. There's always a grand opening. You want to make sure that you are launching your business and your business partners, because this is a business, ladies and gentlemen. It's a business, right? Now, you've also got to show up to one of the Tea Tour events happening in a city near you. You've seen it. We're in Tallahassee. We're in Memphis. We're in Philly again. Come on, Philly. That's where I'm at. You're going to get more love, Philly. I'm just saying. Okay? We're in all these different places. We're in Dallas. If you're close, if you know someone close, you get there and invite people. The skill to what we're doing, ladies and gentlemen, is not anything bigger than inviting. You think that you got to be this great speaker, you got to be this great trainer, you got to be this, and you will become that. But the skill to what we're doing is nothing more than inviting. I just got good at inviting people to the information. I stopped talking and invited bigger. That's it. Sometimes we get so excited we just throw up on people. No, we teach our team to stop talking. Just invite to the webinars. That's it. That's it. All right. And if you popped a new rank It's now your job to turn around and create one. That is how you create duplication. So if you went supervisor and now you're looking to go director, you're not trying to find the retail to do it. This is what you do. You turn around and you reach down and you create some supervisors and you'll get to director. It'll happen by default. If you help enough people get to what they want, you will get to what you want by default. All right. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is how we start the month off. We run, we run, we run, we run, we run. If you start your month with urgency, you will not end in emergency. If you started in there with urgency, and that's a word that used to be so foreign to me. And Mrs. Moore used to say it to me all the time. You got to get urgent. You got to move faster. You got to move faster. And I didn't even realize how important it was until now. Right? She was like, you know what? I want you to practice urgency in everything that you do for the next week. And I started realizing how much more time that I had when I just would move through each task. Even with taking a shower, I used to take hour-long showers. For what? That's a waste of 45 minutes. It's just a waste. And you figure out how much more you can get done in those time frames. You can be following up with more people. You can be inviting more people to some of these calls or webinars, right? You can be doing some more three-way calls. Exposures is key to building the business. How many exposures are you doing a day? All right? How many? Exposures is where it's at. But that's my time, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get off a little bit early. You know, the millennials like to do it faster. So I love you all. Tava, let's launch this month out. March was incredible. March was insane. But I'm telling you, April is going to bring the thunder. April's going to bring the showers. I love you all. Thank you. It's your Diamond out of Philadelphia, 25 years old. Let's do it big.
Yeah, it's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle, let go. It's a lifestyle, let go. Yeah, ay, ay, ay. Ooh, 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 it's a lifestyle. Ooh, 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 Tava lifestyle. Yeah, 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 it's a lifestyle. Ooh, 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 Tava lifestyle. We gon' let it spray forever, not just right now. We gon' let it spray forever, it's a lifestyle. Ooh, 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 it's a lifestyle. Ooh, 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 Tava lifestyle. Got me feeling like I will live forever. No, they dying, but it still ain't no pressure. It's an art, like a ship, it's a vessel. We rising to another level. Move, we move with purpose, life is great now. Yeah, maybe I deserve it, feel like Tank now. Put some millions in my bank now. Changing lives up every day now. Ooh, 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 it's a lifestyle. Ooh, 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 Tava lifestyle. Yeah, 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 it's a lifestyle. Ooh, 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 Tava lifestyle. We gon' let it spray forever, not just right now. We gon' let it spray forever, it's a lifestyle. Ooh, 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 it's a lifestyle. Ooh, 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 Tava lifestyle.
I take a trip up to the islands of a lifestyle. I spend the cash and get it back, I mean it right now. Ooh, this stuff that come with Tava lifestyle. Ooh, I fell in love with Tava lifestyle. We gon' get it, lose the weight, and then we bless up. And they been hating on us just cause we was next up. Ooh, that's my lifestyle. Oh, I'm young and living with this Tava lifestyle.
Ooh, 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 it's a lifestyle. Ooh, 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 Tava lifestyle. Yeah, 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 it's a lifestyle. Ooh, 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 Tava lifestyle.
We gon' let it spray forever, not just right now. We gon' let it spray forever,